Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just talking about security. Oh no, we are forging the ultimate defense for your digital assets. Think of this as your personal guardian's guide for surviving the wild crypto landscape of today. So, let me ask you, your crypto is safe, right? You've got that hardware wallet, a pin that's not your birthday. But here's the thing, the threats out there, they're getting smarter. The villains of this story aren't just trying to kick down the front door anymore. They're using something way more sinister.
You see, the whole game has changed. For the longest time, the big boogeyman was a hacker finding some tiny flaw in the code, but that's not the #1 risk anymore. What we're seeing now is that fraud has officially overtaken old-school hacks. The new target isn't your software, it's you. It's your psychology.
And look, this data from Chainalysis really tells the story. I mean, just look at this, a nearly 1,400% surge in impersonation scams, and right there with it, a 450% jump in AI-enabled fraud. We're talking about attackers using deepfakes to clone the voice of someone you trust, using crazy sophisticated social engineering to just trick you into handing over the keys to your kingdom.
And believe me, this isn't some theoretical threat. We all remember the absolute catastrophe of the Bybit hack in 2025, right? The Lazarus Group pulled off a $1.4 billion heist. To this day, it's the biggest in crypto history. It's just a chilling reminder of how incredibly high the stakes really are.
So the big question is, how in the world do you defend yourself against all this? Well, it all starts with choosing the right fortress for your assets. Okay, your first big decision is hot wallet versus cold wallet. The best way to think about it is this. A hot wallet is like the cash in your pocket. It's on your phone, in your browser, it's connected to the internet, and it's great for day-to-day spending. But because it's always online, it's always a little bit exposed. A cold wallet, that's your bank vault. It's a physical device, totally offline, built for one thing and one thing only, to keep your fortress locked down tight. And here you can really see the trade-offs. Sure, hot wallets are usually free and give you that instant access you sometimes need, but you can see the security risk is just way higher. Cold wallets, on the other hand, yeah, they have a one-time cost, but they give you the absolute highest level of security possible. They are essential for any serious long-term holding. Now, the next choice you have to make is all about one thing: control. When you use a custodial wallet, say the one on your favorite exchange, you're basically trusting them, a third party, with your private keys. But with a non-custodial wallet, well, you are the one and only guardian. You hold the keys. You have all the power. Which brings us to this. This is the fundamental, unbreakable law of crypto. It is a mantra for a reason. If you don't physically control your own private keys, you don't really own your assets. Simple as that. What you have is basically an IOU from somebody else who does. All right, so choosing a non-custodial wallet means you're taking back control. But with that great power comes great responsibility. It means you have to perform a crucial ritual, mastering the setup and securing the magic keys to your kingdom, which is, of course, your seed phrase. Forging your vault is a very precise ritual. You don't want to rush this. You start by carefully checking the tamper-proof seals on the box. Then, and this is crucial, you only download the official software from the manufacturer's website. No exceptions. After you initialize the device and set a seriously strong PIN, you get to the most important step of all, writing down your recovery phrase. Okay, listen up, because I cannot say this loudly enough. This is the single most critical rule of all. Your seed phrase is your master key. Anyone who gets their hands on it can steal everything you have. You have to write it down on paper, or better yet, stamp it into metal and store it somewhere safe, offline, and far away from any device that has ever touched the internet. Now, for you advanced guardians out there, there's the passphrase. You can think of it as a secret 25th word that you create. And here's the magic. When you enter that passphrase along with your 24-word seed phrase, it unlocks a completely separate, totally hidden wallet. This means that even if a thief finds your written down seed phrase, your hidden stash of assets remains completely invisible and completely safe. So, your vault is forged. Your keys are mastered. What now? Now you have to live by a code. These are the unbreakable vows that will keep you safe from all those ever-evolving threats we talked about. This is the Guardian's code. Number 1, always, and I mean always, buy your hardware wallets directly from the official source, like Ledger or Trezor. This avoids any nasty supply chain attacks. 2, trust your device's screen, not your computer screen, when you verify a transaction. Your computer can lie, your device won't. 3. Never, ever, under any circumstances, for any reason, share your seed phrase. No real support team will ever ask you for it. And finally, keep your firmware updated. It's your best defense against new vulnerabilities.
So here's the real takeaway from all this. Security isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a constant state of vigilance. The threats today are smarter, they're using AI, they're targeting you directly. Your only real defense is a rock-solid process and, honestly, a healthy dose of paranoia. So stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, protect those keys.